is a man, because we're currently being put under, we're seeing politicians put under pressure to define what a woman is, but no one's actually asking what a man is. And until we sort that question, we can't really go much further. I think it's important that we address the issues for men, male suicide, for example, which is at a terrible high and significantly higher than for women. I acknowledge that. I have concern for that. But we also have to acknowledge the issue with men. And, we have a real issue with men murdering people, but specifically men murdering women. There's a rape conviction rate of less than 1% in this country. And so we have a high proportion of men who are raping women. So I don't want to go down that traditional feminist route of let's just, when we're addressed with this issue of a minister for men, just smash into men. I think, there are issues there to be addressed. But when we're talking about this, we've also got to look at why certain things can't happen that would solve issues for men around this question of what a man is. And so if you've got the case that it is unsafe for men to go into male space, then if they are wearing a dress or lipstick, for example, why is that impossible? Why must they then seek refuge with female people in female space? And I think, there are some issues right at the heart of this with this kind of gender identity ideology, which pose questions for both men and women. But until we can sort that question, we really can't talk about a minister for men, because we don't know what men are.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fundamental point. Mike, I'm assuming that you're a bloke, but how do you actually think we should go about this idea of a minister for men?
Well, I mean, for a start, I've never heard such complete nonsense as I've just heard, even from a feminist. Should there be a minister for men? Of course there should. The idea of having a minister for women, and by the way, there are three ministers. There's a minister for women and equalities, a minister for women, and a minister for equalities. Jobs for the girls, or what? I mean, talk about non-jobs. But there are so many areas where men's rights are assaulted, and I'm very pleased to be speaking with a woman whose website tells me that she is very interested in men's violence against women. Nothing on there at all that I could see about women's violence against men. And I can tell you, I'd be happy to read out a few sentences which show that intimate partner violence in heterosexual couples, in the majority of those couples, the violence is mutual. Okay, so sometimes the man starts, sometimes the woman does. But in the 40% or so where the violence is one way, always one way, the perpetrator is twice as likely to be the woman as the man, and the victim twice as likely to be the man as the woman. And this has been known for decades. And,
so, Mike,
the best place
in your opinion, this is long overdue then? We should have done this years ago?
Yes, I mean, to have a minister for women makes about as much sense as having a minister for rich people.